Marissa Orr, Lean Out, The Truth About Women, Power, and the Workplace. Lean Out, by Marissa Orr, challenges the idea that women should embrace masculine traits in order to succeed in the workplace. Instead, the book proposes that we should question the corporate environment itself and seek to change it to better accommodate women's unique strengths, drawing from various studies and real-life examples. Orr debunks the assertion that acquiring power is the ultimate goal for everyone, highlighting the differences between authority and influence. The book also explores why women might lean back from leadership roles and how the corporate landscape should adapt to achieve gender equality.
Dismantling Corporate Feminism. Author Marissa Orr challenges Sheryl Sandberg's Ban Bossy campaign and argues that women should not strive to emulate masculine traits to succeed in corporate environments that disenfranchise women as a whole. Orr highlights the harmful effects of gender stereotypes that shape the ways girls and boys are brought up, and deems Sandberg's style of feminism as not offering a sensible solution. According to Orr, successful women who gain advancement by conforming to conventionally masculine behaviors are not creating a better working environment for all women, but rather, they are part of an elite group in a system that perpetuates inequality. Women, instead, should focus on dismantling these systems. Don't lean in, lean out, understanding the leadership ambition gap. The percentage of female CEOs in Fortune 500 companies has only increased to 4.8% in 2018 from 0% in 1978. While structural inequality, corporate misogyny, and the work-life imbalance are frequently cited, few discuss whether many women actually aspire to be CEOs. Only 30% of women in corporate America confess to wanting top-tier jobs, which prompts many workplaces to encourage women to aim higher. But what if instead of telling women to lean in, we asked why they're leaning out? Over 70% of women have opted out of seeking leadership positions, and many do so due to their overwhelming share of domestic work. Women spend 2.8 hours a day doing housework versus men's 1.9 hours, and child-rearing responsibilities add to their already disproportionate workload. Rather than pushing women to do more work, we should focus on lessening their household responsibilities to achieve a better work-life balance and potentially close the leadership ambition gap. Breaking the glass ceiling. Corporate feminists often attribute the existence of the glass ceiling to women's lack of confidence, while overlooking the institutional problems of the workplace. Women are then subjected to policed behaviors, such as hesitating and apologizing, which may not necessarily indicate a lack of confidence. Rather than promoting performative masculinity, corporations should embrace confidence in a more authentic sense. Gender stereotyping in corporate networking. In a corporate context, men are often thought to be better at networking than women. However, research shows that men form relationships when there's something to gain, while women thrive in collaborative environments. The problem with corporate networking is that it values individual wins over collective gains and expendable relationships over meaningful bonds. Corporate culture doesn't reward meaningful relationships, and getting ahead often means sacrificing relationships along the way. Perhaps it's time for men to take networking tips from women. The difference between academia and the corporate world. In the United States, women dominate academia but struggle to do the same in corporate America. This is because success is judged differently in these two fields. Academia rewards competence and effort with grades, whereas the workplace promotes employees based on their perceived ability to do the job. Women are taught to be obedient, listen well, and follow instructions, which helps them excel academically but doesn't always translate to success in the corporate world. To close the gender gap, corporations should start grading performance instead of rewarding the appearance of success. Orchestras in the United States were able to increase women's representation by focusing their auditions on performance only. Instead of advising women to act more like men and talk up their successes, corporations should recognize their workers' efforts and skills. Power and influence in the corporate world. This book section analyzes the reasons why people work, beyond just money, and how power and influence play a role in the workplace. The author suggests that corporations tend to favor male authority over female influence, and this might be the reason why women are less interested in reaching powerful positions. Studies show that men prefer using their authority, while women prefer influence. The author proposes to rethink the distribution of power in the workplace and recognize that female influence can be just as effective as male authority. A simple alteration with a massive impact. Denmark's successful strategy for organ donation highlights the importance of changing conditions rather than behavior. The alteration of the registration form increased the number of donors from 4.5 to 74 out of 100. Similarly, for combating obesity, the FDA launched an educational campaign and asked the public to change their behavior, resulting in a mere 2% decrease in obesity rates. To achieve gender equality, instead of asking women to change their behavior, corporations need to change conditions that better accommodate them. Women don't need to act like men. Companies should create environments that support all employees to maximize their potential, rather than expecting women to conform to male behaviors to get ahead. According to the corporate feminism ideology, for women to succeed, they need to act like men. However, women must not hide any aspect of their identity to be successful. Instead, corporations must take the responsibility of fostering a trustworthy environment that encourages everyone to be themselves, playing to their unique strengths. For instance, implementing team objectives rather than individual ones, creating managerial positions reliant on influence not authority, and offering rewards that speak to women can be practical options. Corporations must genuinely listen to the reasons women decide not to pursue power and try to redress them and give more opportunities to foster creativity and propose diverse ideas. Recently, Google discovered that psychological safety, where everyone feels free to express themselves, was the critical factor in their best-performing team's success rather than masculine corporate molds. Therefore, the message is clear: women don't need to change, but corporations do.
Lean Out concludes that the onus for bridging the gender gap in corporate leadership falls not on women needing to change their behavior, but on transforming the corporate environment itself. By fostering a healthy workplace culture, focusing on collaboration and teamwork, and redefining success, corporations can promote gender equality and empower women to excel in their careers. In order to achieve this, employers should prioritize a supportive environment and offer flexibility to better accommodate the unique strengths and priorities of their female employees. Orr's book ultimately advocates for a shift in focus, from individual behavioral changes to the creation of a more inclusive corporate structure, in the quest for workplace gender equality.